you guys? Happy Thursday. I'm so excited to be making this video, and I promise I'm gonna do it in like 10 minutes or less, so let's jump right in. First and foremost, I just wanna say as we close out or get close to closing out our third week in this group, you guys are on fire. Keep the energy high, keep the energy up. You guys, I know we've been here for almost like 21 days. That feels like a lifetime, but we have like 80 something more to go. So I promise you want to stay in this, stay excited, keep commenting on each other's posts, keep participating in the challenges, and come day 101, you're going to feel so dang proud. But what we're going to talk about today, because we are almost a full 3 weeks into this group, is we're going to talk about meal planning. Cue Avril Lavigne, okay?
Tell me whatever gonna make things so complicated. See the way
Okay.
you're acting
There, pause it. We're talking about meal planning because I want to make sure that we're not overcomplicating meal planning. Because here's the thing, being almost 3 weeks in, you guys, when we're in week 1, we are pumped about our meal plans. We feel all prepared. We have all of our lists, all of our trackers, all the apps are downloaded. We like planned out the entire week and we're killing it. And then week 2 kind of comes and we like keep it up and we maintain and we're feeling good about week 2. And then week 3, and we start to get kind of just annoyed at the whole thing, and we're tired of going grocery shopping and having to come up with all these new foods, and we're bored of certain foods, and we're not sure what we like, and we're feeling like all over the place, and we throw meal planning out the window. And we just think, whatever, I have my workouts on cue, I know when I'm doing those, I'm gonna stick with those, but whatever, I'm not really into the meal plan. And remember, oh wow, that's really loud. Remember, you guys, we're here for not only just 100 days, but this is meant to really be a lifetime, a sustainable type meal plan, how to really eat healthy for the rest of your life. So we don't want you guys to overcomplicate this and then throw it out the window before you even give your body a chance to see how good it can feel when it just sticks to simplicity, whole, simple, healthy foods, and create a system for you that you can just kind of stick to. So I want to share, obviously I'm not a nutritionalist, I'm not an expert in meal planning, but I wanted to share with you guys what works for me because I've been doing it for 5 years and I've been sticking with it. I'm really happy with the way it's working. I don't feel like it's complicated. I am not a planner. I'm not organized. I'm not the girl that's gonna have like 100 recipes to just like whip out, but I really keep it simple. So here's what I do. Every single week when we're gonna get started, instead of thinking about the foods we wanna eat and thinking, okay, for lunch, what do I want to have for lunch this week? Do I want to have a sandwich, a salad, hummus, cucumbers, all the things? What are we going to do for dinner? And it gets really messy when we're trying to constantly think of what are we going to have for lunch? What are we going to have for dinner? So what Andy and I do, Andy's my boyfriend, and we do meal prep every week. What we like to do is what we've done is we've organized our day by food group, not by the type of food or the whatever it is we're eating, but by food group. So to kind of like break this down, what I'm gonna do every single day, Monday through Friday, every single day, I know for a fact Shakeology is gonna be the first thing I eat. It's gonna be Shakeology with half a banana, okay? Then I know throughout the day, I'm gonna have a lunch, I'm gonna have a late afternoon snack, and I'm gonna have dinner, okay? Now, on top of that, I know, and this is where the food groups come into play, for lunch, every single day, Monday through Friday, for lunch, I'm gonna have a protein, a vegetable, and a healthy fat. For my afternoon snack, I'm gonna have fruit. And for dinner, I'm gonna have a protein, a vegetable, and a carb, a healthy carb, okay? And Andy does the same thing. We eat the same foods all day long. So what's helpful about that and why that really works is now for lunch, I know it's a protein, a vegetable, and a healthy fat. So now I just plug and play. I can look at my list, my food list, especially if you're following the Fix8 plan, and I can pick foods. And once you've learned it a few times, you don't even really have to look at the list anymore. So maybe one week I'm gonna do tuna, avocado, and spinach. And then another week I'm gonna do kale, salmon, and feta cheese, right? I can start to just kind of plug foods in and I'm not thinking, what am I gonna have for lunch this week? I can change it up week by week, but it's always gonna be plugging in a protein, a vegetable, and a healthy fat. Same thing with my afternoon snack. I know it's gonna be a fruit, so I'm just simply picking, okay, which fruit do I want this week? Half an apple, do I want berries, do I want to eat the other half of my banana, an orange, whatever it is, I just plug it in. And then same thing for dinner. I know we're gonna be having a protein, a carb, and a vegetable, so maybe one week it's chicken, broccoli, and quinoa, or maybe it's salmon and asparagus and black beans, or whatever it might be, right? So we can start to just kind of pick things and plug them in wherever we see fit. And again, same with Andy. Andy's twice my size, so he eats twice as much, but we're still knowing every single day for lunch, he needs his carbs, his vegetables, his proteins, and we're just plugging things in. So that really helps keep it interesting because you can change it up week by week, but it's also really simple because you're not having to constantly reshape your whole meal plan or reshape your whole grocery list or all of that. And you can start to find meals that really work for you, or things that are kind of your staple items that when you're really not feeling creative, you know exactly what you can just jump into, okay? Now, the other side of that too, something that Andy and I also do that I think is really helpful, especially with keeping meal planning exciting and fun and something you look forward to, is we have kind of established a new recipe Monday. And you can kind of pick whatever day works for you or meal works for you. But for us, every single Monday, we pick out a recipe from any of the Beachbody cookbooks. So whether that's the Morning Meltdown recipe plan, a Fix8 cookbook, all of the Beachbody programs have their own kind of recipe guides too. So there's a ton of stuff to choose from. There's the cooking show on demand. So we pick a dinner recipe specifically, and we make that a new recipe every Monday. And we try something new every single Monday. And what is helpful now as we've gotten into this is sometimes we can even, there's a couple things. One, with our new recipe, depending on kind of what foods we're using, we might even just use extra of those to then plug into the rest of the week for one of those proteins, one of those vegetables, one of those healthy carbs. What's also cool about kind of New Recipe Monday or whatever day or meal you choose is sometimes the recipes do call for some random stuff, whether it's like, you know, a random seasoning or a spice or something like that. But what's awesome about this, and because we're really going for the goal of long-term sustainability and having fun in the kitchen and loving the kitchen, is that you can start to build out your kitchen with some of these different random spices. So now, after doing this for months, we have a whole cabinet full of cumin and turmeric and oregano and all of this stuff. So you're not actually constantly buying a bunch of new stuff every week as this starts to fill out. You're gonna have garlic at home. You're gonna have maybe an extra onion or all of these different things. So it's really, you actually start to minimalize your grocery shopping as you're trying new recipes, but also maintaining that consistency of a simple meal plan, okay? So I hope that helps. What your guys' call to action is today, it's a little bit simpler, but I want you to think about how you can make this fun for you. And so kind of comment below, what does your day look like when you're planning out your meals? But even more specifically, what is gonna be your New Recipe Monday? What's a day that you're gonna try a new recipe, and which meal are you gonna try it for? Maybe if you have a big family, maybe it's every Sunday morning, you guys try a new breakfast recipe together. Or if you do family dinner every Thursday night, you do New Recipe Thursday. Whatever is gonna make the most sense and have to be the most fun for you, that's what I want you to commit to. So comment below, what's gonna be your version of New Recipe Monday? What recipe are you gonna cook first, and who are you cooking it for? And then let us know if you want any help kind of shaping out a more simple meal plan so you can really stick in this for the long run. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.